All right, it looks like I am live. And adjust my mic. Check 1, 2. Sounds good. All right, I can hear myself, which is good. All right, welcome to part 4 of having an AI agent potentially, I say potentially, control Microsoft Excel and work directly in Microsoft Excel to execute human digital tasks, which right now it's still having issues. So going back to parts 1, 2, and 3, just give a little recap of where I'm at with this project. I've already successfully had the AI agent open up Microsoft Word. However, it did not physically move my cursor, click on the start icon, and search for Excel. So that's also one of the impediments to having an AI agent that fully controls my Microsoft Excel native desktop application, not through the web, but locally installed. So when that occurred, that was a one check in the box. So I decided to switch it up a little bit, and I added an OpenAI API key, and that's when everything went downhill. The agent started to not understand what Microsoft was or even comprehend the task itself. It would provide an output that it stated that it actually opened up the Excel, but it did not physically do that. So I reverted to a large action model specifically designed for digital tasks in the real world, and that's what it's made for, or potentially made for. And using a large action model from the infamous leader, as we call it in AI, Salesforce. And right now, the large language model called XLAM is not fully understanding how to open up Microsoft Project. I mean, how to open up Microsoft Excel locally on my desktop. So right now, part 4. I'm going to continue on and see where I progress and see what happens. I'm going to continue using the XLAM model, and the goal is for the agent to learn firsthand, not just giving it a data set or setting up the weights and biases and trying to train the agent in that fashion. I want the agent to learn firsthand in real time. I know that's kind of science fiction today, August 22nd of this year, 2025. But hey, like I said, I don't want to do the same things that everybody's doing. In my mind, I'm wired to go differently. So if the crowd is going left, I'm going to go right and figure out how to get to that endpoint using that other route. So my mind is always trained that way. And you can tell I was a former Marine. So with that said, here goes. So what I did was I added a send button and I added natural language processing. Now, why I had to add that is because the XLAM model did not have that or wasn't activated. So I just went ahead and asked my partner in crime, Mr. Augment, to help me integrate that. And it just got done. So I'm going to test it to see if the agent can talk to me naturally with a simple hello. And it's frozen. This is really, really good practice for me too, because I'm building live and demoing live. So the opportunity to show where AI is currently at in progress. I'm hoping this session can show you uptime in real time as I build it day by day. As you can see, it still has issues. But if I resort to the web, it won't have issues. But I don't want to. I don't want to go into the web app and go from there. Use other programming languages. I want to be able to have this installed locally, because to me that's where the long horizon tasks are challenged for an AI agent, and that's where I'm really focusing on as well. Can the AI understand the physical world? Can the AI work 24 hours a day? Because I work 20 hours a day, 4 hours of nightmares, and I want to have the agent do 4 hours of work when I have those nightmares due to my PTSD. I also want the agent to understand that the scenario of seeing a ball rolling from one end of a table to the other end of the table and then falling down, the agent cannot understand what happens after. We as humans are able to understand that, but the agent will not. AI cannot understand that. So if, when, because AI is pushed really hard on our personal phones, our business phones, professionally, personal, we're everybody using it. So sometimes I wish there's an opt-in, opt-out button, but if I were to have an agent, I need to trust that agent. And trust means a lot to everybody, everything. And we all express trust when someone new is introduced to a team, or someone new is hired into the team. You can't just trust the person. You have to establish that rapport. And I feel that AI agents will become similar to that situation as it takes over the mundane tasks in the near future. So this session is not to portray any type of AI will take over your job. AI will take over your thinking. AI will take control of your cursor, mouse, and so forth. I am just trying to have AI amplify my skills and my thinking process, and that's all it is. So right now, it's not working well with me. As you see right here, even adding a simple send button and asking another agent to say, hey, I need to have the AI robot, as I call it, to speak to me naturally as a regular human being. And it still has issues. So we're going to go back in here. We're just going to paste or copy this whole entire message. I'm going to close that out. Oh no. Okay, so let's pivot. So let's use this guy. So when your AI agent doesn't work like that, or you got to pay more, don't freak out. It's all going to be good, So you've got to think things through, because somewhere down the line, we will most likely depend on AI, and that's going to be a bad habit that we all have to face and adapt to. So don't panic. It's all good. You just got to find another route. That's all it is. So my subscription is no longer active. I got to upgrade. I've been using Augment for quite some time. So yeah, I got to upgrade. Augment, if you're listening, I'm a huge fan of you, but let me know if you can hook a brother up named Daryl. So we're going to wait to the AI assistant that's pre-built in JetBrains PyCharm to be activated. I can also include Ollama in here as well. Okay, so right now it's loading up. So the AI agent in JetBrains that's pre-built in, it's pretty slow, but it does its job. Not as efficient as Augment or Roo Code or Klein or Gemini Code or Claude Code or even Claudia, but it does its work. So let's do GPT-5 and we will ask it. So one thing also about the AI agents, we are able to give it specific instructions for it to follow. So I'm not going to use an MCP. I'm going to keep that off for now. The chat instructions, this is where you can use instructions for the agent to follow at all times. So if you want to have a readme.md file, you're able to put instructions here for the agent to develop that file in the directory itself. So let's keep it blank for now. And we're going to ask it to help me with the source code of the AI robot. As it is not applying NLP, even when I chat with it with a simple conversation of hello. So we're gonna point it to the correct path, the absolute path. Before we do that, let's copy this, change it to edit mode. Sometimes if you change between chat mode and edit mode in different AI agent IDEs, it tends to go away as far as the text that you have typed. So just be aware of that. So one thing about AI, the AI assistant within JetBrains, it won't completely do the task for you. It will ask you permissions, which is really amazing, to be honest. I would rather have other agents do that, as my collaborator, have the work being done, and then next thing you know, it's asking to fact check it or to review their work and so forth, just like another employee or another colleague or friend, So that's one thing pretty cool about the JetBrains AI agents that's pre-built. And the only thing, like I said, it's pretty slow as far as what we're seeing here. So as it's doing its work, go back into my Augment account and get some more credits. And this, folks, like I said, the day in the life of a vibe coder. As you can see, all I'm doing is staring at the screen after I give it a task. I mean, I still cannot feel the AGI with this, so I don't know. So let's stop and play around with another model. Sorry, Jippity. We'll try again later, Mr. Jippity. I know Mr. Sam praises you that you're smart, but not really, dude. There you go. See? Thank God for Claude. All right, so now it's going to look through the source code, analyze what's wrong with it, and then it'll provide a root cause report and let me know what's going on. So I did not include any prompt injection. So as you saw there earlier, I left the chat instructions blank. So this is running off strictly out of the box AI agent instructions. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and approve. Okay, so right now it actually fixed the fallback to OpenAI, which I don't want to do. So I'm probably going to ask it to not have that fallback plan to OpenAI and only use the large action model. So I'll just go ahead and accept all, but copy this entire thing and just say, please do not have the agent fall back to OpenAI. Only have the agent use X layout. Okay. All right, so right now it's going to keep the XLAM configuration. It's going to remove the OpenAI fallback plan, and then it's going to update the command system and also improve the error messages. Okay, so agent will now properly respond to hello. So let's do apply. Close these out. We'll save our work. We'll reset. No, it froze. Okay, so now let's copy this. And we'll ask the agent to help me fix the issue. Okay, so let's accept all. So right now, what it's doing is check the XLAM server, so it's running, and then it restarted the XLAM server. So I do want it to run. So let's have the agent always run the XLAM server. Okay, so now it's going to restart everything. So most likely you're going to be seeing another agent or another box here. We'll accept all. Then we'll say proceed. Okay, so it's giving me three options. Start the AI robot, or just start the XLAM server. And then I went ahead and fixed the automatic XLAM server startup. So load up properly. It fixed the error handling, the fallback as well. All right, so let's ask it to run. Let's see what it does. This is really good. The agent won't do it for you. So what we're going to do is apply, and it still wouldn't do it for you. So let's see if we can run the snippet. Okay, so now it's going to install VLLM. Apologize for that. Move my Outlook out of the way. Okay, so it is installing the VLLM right now. Right now. So also know that each AI agent IDE has different features and functionality. As you can see with JetBrains AI agent, it won't run the commands for you. So, but it'll give you options to run it, just like you saw here with this play button. So, which is pretty good that it does that. Augment will run it for you if you ask it to run a specific command. So let's close this out. Let's keep everything to a minimum. So as you see here, there's about 11 warnings, 1 weak warning, 5 text issues, and maybe potential problems. I'm pretty sure there's problems. If I scroll in here, yeah, there's a lot of F prefix problems, which is directly in the one of these files. So we would have to clean that up. I know this is boring stuff, guys, but this is the up close and personal vibe coding. Really isn't that fun. So right now it's still installing. Let it be. Close that out. All right, and we're back. Now I could. Now I have superhuman powers. Now I have Mr. Augment back working alongside with me. So let's do some good stuff here. So have not ran both AI agents at the same time. I'm kind of a little bit on the fence with that due to it might give me a dirty code or dirty directory. So we'll see. I might just use the AI agent from JetBrains to fact check Augment or to have it clean up this anything that's not necessarily needed. So right now, what I'm supposed to be seeing is once that's installed, a confirmation of a message just like this: AI robot with XLAM, complete startup. Going to show me the Salesforce model, which is XLAM to 1 billion FCR at a server of localhost 8,000. And then it will give me these notifications right here telling me that the XLAM server is ready and AI robot will be appearing. Okay, so let's wait on that. I'm gonna open up Bolt. I haven't used Lovable in a while, but we'll use Bolt to do some vibe coding on the web. So right now it's still loading, still installing. Right, close that out. Logging into my GitHub account. So right here, as you can see, there's red. So that means we would have to go in here, copy it, and let's ask Augment to help with this. This is where I'm taking a huge chance with having two different AI IDE agents work on the actual code base. So I'm hoping they won't conflict with each other. Okay, so the XLAM server was a epic fail. You see right here because of these red errors right here. So now we're having Augment fix that. So Augment is doing its thing. And hopefully we get to have the robot icon appear on the bottom right. So let's go back and I'm going to keep this as is. We're not going to clear it out. Just keep it for now. So that way we can always do some sort of fact checking with Augment to help cleaning up the code. So Augment is right now creating a script to systematically resolve the dependency conflicts. Okay, so I'm just waiting on Augment. So I know we get this question asked all day, every day, ever since AI started to pop off. Is coding dead? The answer is no, not right now, because you still would have to go in and understand how to fix these errors. As you see, when I first started, I had an issue with Augment, but I could resort to other AI agents, but there's going to be times where we would have to, or the coder or programmer would have to go in and dissect the problem. So coding and programming is not dead, at this point. It's just amplified. So this way of coding and programming is kind of taboo today, but I know it's been pretty popular um, with the youngsters, if you put it that way. All right, so now it's telling me to do option one first. So let's try option one. It's probably going to return it back to me because I tasked it to say try option one. Okay, so now it's going to run option one. Sometimes it would just say do it manually. So it's not always about prompt engineering, it's about context engineering. About 40 minutes in. So we'll see if I can get this blue robot icon up and running in less than an hour. Let's pause that and we'll say proceed, see what happens. All right, so it's doing its thing. So it's reinstalling NumPy. So let's go ahead and ask the other AI agent to place all these folders or these files into its related folder. So we're asking it to place all of the following files into a related folder without interrupting the source code. So let's see if it'll do that. Go back to Augment, see where it's at. All right, so it succeeded. So now it's going to reinstall tokenizers. So anybody wondering what tokenizers are, let's Google search that. What is tokenizers in AI? All right, so tokenizers, they help AI understand language. Okay, so is it a token where it predicts the next token? What is it? Tokenizers are fundamental tools that enable artificial intelligence to dissect and interpret human language. Okay, it's fast evolving. So imagine that you're trying to teach a robot to understand and speak human languages. The first challenge you face is how to break down language into pieces the robot can digest. That's where tokenizers come in. Tokenizers dissect complex language into manageable pieces, transforming raw text into structured form that AI models can easily process. This is a simple step for crucial machines and so forth. So it's okay. Got it. Let's go back into the AI JetBrains agent. Okay, so it actually is doing it. So doing some cleanup of the code, and hopefully it gets to chat with me naturally. So right now it's reinstalling transformers. I might just stick to an hour in this session and pick up with part 5. Let it do its thing. Still process of doing its work. All right, so now let's refresh it and hit proceed, see what it does. Timed out on me. Proceed with the installs, the dependency installs to the AI robot. Okay, so let's see where it's at right now. It stopped at transformers. All right, it's installing the requirements, and that's the requirements.txt, which is right here in this folder, or in this file over here. So it's installing all of these dependencies onto the AI robot. And we'll see if it does its magic trick. So I also built out an AI robot template in regards to the interface for the AI robot. And I could run that. Run that. Okay, just give me an issue. So this is a test to see if two AI agents can run at the same time in an IDE. Oh yes, and it can. Okay, so I built this yesterday afternoon. Let's see if this works. Kind of. Okay. So that was a toggle light and dark mode. Let's see the light. Okay, so building out this chat interface robot, which is the blue robot head icon, and then when I click on it, there's a chat interface that pops up. I wanted to have some sort of playground that I can actually use and understand, how to build it out manually So with the opportunity to do that while it's installing the dependencies, I'll be able to have some sort of playground to build an AI robot agent um, for myself, so that way I can just understand how it is, what's being built. So adding a little robot designer, as you see here, I can drag and drop a chat window, message bubble, input field, which is the type your message text box, send button, which I'll add that in there. And then got robot avatar right there, title bar, which is right there, text label, let's see what that is. Okay. Okay, so we'll just push this out. And a status indicator, we'll see what that is. Okay, so we'll just put this right here. So, and then I could actually preview it and actually test it out for myself. So right now it's actually applying NLP, and which is pretty good. And then we can clear it out. We can import it as well, and then we can export it. Also, I added basic features that deals with the profile. We can name the robot. We can give it a version, give it a description. I can adjust these capabilities. They're really small. Going back in here to the IDE. So Augment is still working. Then I added an AI backend, so that way I can have a fallback plan using XLAM if I were to do an API route or a local route. The UI, I can actually change color, change the theme, and then here I can actually have a primary backend, which is the large language model. Either I can do an automated one where it picks the best, a local one, or I can customize it. Also, fallback plan, which I'm just going to keep it at local, and XLAM configuration, OpenAI configuration, automation. I'm going to add more features into this. Right now, it's only used for Excel and web, but as you see, the robot icon still has issues in actually performing Excel tasks. So I'm going to keep making improvements to this automation section here in functionality. Web automation, it can actually browse the web, open the web, which I haven't progressed further with that yet. So I'm still in the Excel phase right now. Deployment, what I'm trying to do is also have some sort of options to deploy AI agents. We pretty much all are trying to do the same thing. Having some sort of .exe file for an AI agent, going to the web, or having some sort of portable AI agent is what the entire world is trying to work on. So something working on too as well. And then I'm focusing more on platforms like for Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. I have been looking into other OSs like, off the top of my head, Qubes OS, which is spelled QUBES OS, and it's more like specialized containers. So that's what I'm trying to build my agents in the near future. And then from there, I'll be able to actually validate the code and generate the robot from here. And then giving it some sort of playground to fully show that the robot actually works. So this is the reason why I created this template. So going back into the IDE. So now it's having compatibility issues. So now it needs to install PySide 6. So maybe about 4 minutes, I'll end the session. It's taking too long. Pick back up at part 5. I'll go ahead and close this out. And we'll see how far we go in the next 3 minutes. If not, I'll probably end the session. Okay, so now the transformers is being imported. So that's what's taking a while. So right now, it's going to test the main AI robot app. So hopefully that's successful and I can get it up and running in 2 minutes. Okay, now it's having import issues. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, now. Okay, dude, now Augment opened up the AI robot template system. It's pretty funny. It doesn't fully understand what it opened up. So yeah, it's interesting. So, all right, it said it actually worked, but it opened this thing up, and that's not what I wanted. So now it's telling me it has issues, but it should not have opened this up. It should have been, okay, I have issues. Let's fix this. Here are the issues identified, and let's fix this. And it completed its mission, I guess so. It gave me a GUI. so yeah. Oh boy, got a long way to go, Mr. AGI. But as of right now, just probably stop here and maybe I'll work on this offline just to get it back up and running and keep XLAM, like I said, and not use OpenAI API key as a fallback plan. Just strictly use XLAM and see and understand how XLAM works or large action model works, and we'll go from there. So until then, have a good weekend. Thank you for watching. Like I said, see you in my next session. Thank you.